Hello everyone, this is Faye again. We're back to day 2 for our trip to the kitchen and to make a snack. Today we're going to make something a little different. We're going to make ice cream in a bag. Have you ever made ice cream with your folks or with your grandparents and you have to turn that crank and turn that crank and turn it? Well, this is a little different. This we get to do dancing and singing while we make it. Are you ready? In your bucket, you will need a big gallon-size bag, Ziploc bag. Has to be able to zip it closed on the top. And then a smaller one, about, I think this is a sandwich size, they call it. Mom will know. Anyway, so this is very simple to put together. You'll need a measuring cup, a half cup, and a tablespoon measuring spoon. You'll need some whole milk, or if you like, if you have some cream in your refrigerator, that works too. 2% and skim milk don't work very well, but whole milk or cream does. You'll need a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vanilla extract, and you'll need some salt, and you'll need some ice. And the ice is better if it's smaller cubes, not the great big ones, but a lot of refrigerators make those smaller cubes and freezers. Okay, so we've got what we need. Let's get started. So in our small bag, we're going to open that up, and we're going to take a little bit of vanilla, not a lot, maybe a half teaspoon, but I don't measure. I'm just going to pour a little bit in there, not that much in the corner. And I'm going to add to that some sugar. That's what we need our tablespoon for. We're going to add a tablespoon of sugar. I didn't quite get a full one, so I'm going to add just a smidge more. Okay, so we're going to let that vanilla soak into that sugar. And we're going to take our whole milk or our cream and carefully pour a half a cup. Now, we might need somebody a little bit older to do this right at the moment, but carefully pick up that cream and pour it into that little bag with the vanilla and sugar. Now, you're going to kind of get the air out, and you're going to zip that closed. And you got to make sure it's closed because you're going to be shaking this and you don't need it all over. Now we're going to mix the sugar and the vanilla and the cream together. So we're just going to mush that around a little bit so that it all gets, you don't need to press hard, but you just need to keep it moving so that it all gets mixed together and you don't see any dark vanilla in there. Okay, now we're going to set that aside and we're going to take our gallon Ziploc bag. And in that, we're going to add some ice. Now I'm going to use this scoop, but it's going to take about 2 cups of ice. You really don't have to measure very closely. If you get a little more, that's fine. Okay, here we have our ice. Now, we're going to add some salt. You know why? We're not going to add the salt to the ice cream. We're going to add the salt to the ice. Because when you add salt to ice, it makes it even colder. And that's what helps your ice cream freeze. So it takes a half cup of salt. Now that's a lot of salt, but you're not going to be eating this, so that almost emptied my can. It did. Okay, we're going to pour that over the ice. Use a spoon here. I use the same cup for scooping as I used for my cream, and now the salt ball wants to stick in the cup. Okay, just kind of mix that around so you get the salt in with the ice. Now, take your carefully sealed ice cream bag and put it in on top of the ice. Again, kind of squishing a little bit of the extra air out. Zip that closed. Now comes the fun part. You get to shake it. And you shake it, and you shake it, and you shake it. And it's going to get really cold, so you might even want to put it on a pair of mittens eventually. And I would stay in the kitchen while I'm doing this because there might be a little water leak out as the ice melts. So you don't want to get that on the living room carpet or on the couch or anything. So you're going to keep shaking and shaking and shaking. Just keep moving. You can dance, you can exercise, you can sing songs that you just learned. Whatever, just keep it moving and keep it shaking. Now, if you get a lot of water in it, you can take something and pour that water. Just open it up and carefully pour the melted ice out, and then zip it back again and continue to shake it. And it's going to take a good 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, just depends. You'll be able to feel that bag, and when it starts, like corners of it start to get hard. So I'm not going to stand here and film 15 minutes of me shaking and dancing and shaking my bag, which, by the way, is very cold by now. So we made one earlier, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. See this? And it's hard. It feels like ice cream. So we're going to open it up. And you know, the fun part is you can take this outside and with a spoon, and you can eat it right out of the bag. Or you can scoop it into a bowl if you want. I kind of prefer just eating it out of the bag. So, let's see how we did. Tastes like ice cream. Nice and hard. At this point, if you wanted to, you could throw in some diced up fruit, berries. You could put some chocolate in there. You could put some nuts in there, some chopped up candies, whatever you like in your ice cream. Or you can just eat it plain. It's really, really good. So keep on shaking, and it'll get there. And when it starts to get just to that firm stage, kind of like mushy ice cream, then you want to take it out of the bag and put it in the freezer for a little while, oh, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, just to finish firming up. And then enjoy. And I hope you had fun doing this, and you can do it again someday. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.